everybody, we are back at Goodwill for another Thrift This, Not That video. This was the second part of the trip that I took that I recorded yesterday. There was just so much that I thought I would break it up into 2 sessions. Now, I am here in the lamp section, and as I always say, I try to find something that I can search for in every section. Lamps are not my forte. I know Jocelyn does a lot with lamps, and hence the name. But it's an area that I don't know a ton about. So basically, what I go off of when I'm in this section, I look for something really vintage or old. I look for things like this wooden one was pretty cool. Something that's got a unique design, something I don't see all the time, or something that has like a color scheme that stands out. So I'm still getting my feet wet in this area. So if you are comfortable in the lamp section, leave a comment down below and let us know, just one tip that one little nugget that you can share with us, gold diggers. We need your nuggets. I'll give you my nuggets, you give me yours. So that is just like an Ikea lamp. And so, I like the bright color, but Ikea makes them, they churn them out, baby. They churn them out. They're cheap and quick. I just realized there was like a crystal-y one up there that I totally missed. And as I thrift, it happens, we pass things up. But if you see stuff that I pass up, I love it, love it, love it when you tell me, because that's how I can learn too, and how everybody in the comments can learn when we read each other's tips and like, oh my gosh, at this point you missed this thing. I don't take umbrage with that. I don't get upset by it, because we're human and nobody can know everything. So it's definitely a learning opportunity. I love picking up trinket boxes. The reason I didn't pick this one up is because there's not a price tag on it. This store tends to have trouble with that sometimes. And the reason, I know I can ask for them to go get the price, but it just sometimes takes forever. I don't know if you have this experience too. I'm like, just kid at the desk, whatever, checkout, just give me a price. I don't care. No. So I just decided not to. I just noticed that little panda frame too. I liked this. I felt like this glass teapot was really unique based on the handle. It looked like some other reseller had scratched it, the price tag to look it up though. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe I'll just leave it. However, so what somebody else will and won't buy is no bearing on what I will and won't buy. But I think that's probably what my thought process was at the time. I know that at this trip I was thrifting solo. I didn't have the kids with me, so I knew time was precious. I couldn't just really just dig in. I had to really be careful with my time. Now this was a cool piece. This is Birthday of a King. So I think it is like a Jesus Christmas candle type of deal. Let me know. Twas the Birthday of a King. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what was going on there, but if it's something else, let me know. I just never seen anything like it before, and that's usually my go-to. Now, I'm a rock hound, and this is kind of got that sliced geode agate vibe to it, like a sun catcher. So that's just for me. That's the perks, right? Let's see what else we see here. There's something in just a second that I don't get, that I'm just upset with myself about. It happens all the time. But it's okay. It happens. I thought this was glass. This piece was just it was like a plastic decor thing. Let's see, what else do we see down here? I'm always looking, you guys know, I feel like I'm a broken record. Always looking for figural items, always looking for like glass paperweights, always looking for metal, like brass figures, anything that just jumps out. But as you and I are both learning, everything sells. If you're following me on Instagram, I sold this, like, it looks like just a brown pom-pom. It looks like a tribble. Do you know what tribbles from Star Trek? I even had people asking, like, what? Okay, great sale, but what is this? All right, this was a cool piece. Wall hanging. It's got, like, the Celtic knots and the north, south, east, west. I did look that up. And the ones I saw that they weren't selling for that much, which was surprising because I like that. Where was I? Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram because I'm starting to share some of my sales over there. Shout out to the nurse Flipper because I'm getting my inspiration from her on doing that because she shares her sales over on Instagram and it's really inspiring, right? So looking over here, these are like little paper lanterns. Oh great, I thought I cut this out, but no. That's fun. Fun times. What do we see back here? So I start looking at these little metal angels, which I kind of like, but man, what do they want? $3.99 on those? No, ma'am. It's not happening. And I passed up a music box thing. Like, ugh. Oh well. It happens again. This gold tray is pretty cool looking too, but again, I can't even see the price. I don't know how much cheater's on. But I have a feeling it was just way more than I wanted to spend. These prices have gotten out of control, right? Out of control. I liked this little telephone frame. We're going to be diving into the picture section in a little while because I made a sale, again, on Instagram. I didn't make the sale on Instagram, but I shared it on Instagram because I haven't done a sales update since I sold it. It was that cat picture, y'all, that with the looks like a husband and wife cat sitting on the couch. All right, here's the piece. Don't let me forget to come back to the cat story. This is a piece that I'm kicking myself for not buying. I think it is bog oak carving, and it can sell for a really good profit. Like a lot of times you'll see it in jewelry, like old morning jewelry. Tell me if you think I'm wrong about what that is, but I have a feeling that that's what it was. And even if it wasn't, I'm look at it. It's got these really cool carvings of this. I don't even know what this thing is. He's like a freaky looking jaguar gargoyle looking thing. I think it says Ireland scratched on the back. Oh gosh, I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't get it and I'm really upset with myself for it. Pottery Barn. I know this is a buy this, not that, but we're going to do a buy this instead on this one. Pottery Barn is a brand. When I see stuff, I look it up because usually, and these are Pottery Barn napkin rings. Take a look at some of these prices for Pottery Barn napkin rings. So anytime you see Pottery Barn in your thrift store, look it up. Could be napkin rings, could be placemats, could be tablecloth, anything. Just look it up. I mean, even some of the frames, I almost put the frames on here too, because I do see a frame in a minute. The frames are a little more hit or miss, but it's definitely a brand. Like whenever I see Pottery Barn, whenever I see Crate and Barrel, I take a stop and I look it up because there are people that love those brands. They have great brand loyalty. I thought those were kind of cool, but I wasn't sure about them. Cat story. Thank you for letting me not forget. So yeah, I got that picture, that cat, the two cats sitting on the couch. It was the cheesiest, funniest, like little picture. And it had this mirrored frame and I looked at it and I didn't get it. And then one of my kids brought it to me at the thrift store because I told them to look for weird stuff. I was like, okay, it's a sign. I looked at it. You brought it to me. We're getting it. Y'all, it's sold. I bought it for $2 and it sold like a week, not even a week later for $25. So I'm like, I've got to start looking. This guy was really cool, but he had some damage. And what else? I couldn't see what the price was on the bottom. He had some pretty bad chips and scuffs and stuff. Let me know. I feel like there's things here that I'm missing. What about that turkey tureen? What do you think about that? Is that a maybe? Should I have gotten that? I don't know. So anyway, based on the cat story, I know I go off back and forth, right? Welcome to the Margaret Show. She is all over the place. I decided I'm going to start taking a closer look at framed artwork because that one was not a big piece. You know, it was like 8 by 11 or something. It was not huge. So it was pretty easy for me to package up and ship. I'll let you know when it gets there unbroken because I just shipped it out yesterday, day before. Okay, what else have we got here? What am I looking at? We are about to come into the framed artwork section in a sec. What do you guys look for in the metal section? I mostly like in this area, usually I'll find cool Halloween stuff. Look, I find some more napkin rings. I'm about to grab them. Those are pretty cool. But I find some poinsettia napkin rings in that bag. There it is. They're like poinsettia napkin rings, right? So I'm like, these are coming with me. Score. People like Christmas. People like poinsettias. They want napkin rings for their fancy Christmas table decorations. It's a win. So yeah, metal stuff, looking for holiday, looking for Halloween, Christmas, anything, again, unique. And here's another thing too, just as a quick aside. Look, Pottery Barn, I was like, oh, it's not in there. I had a comment on the other video. I did like this, the buy this, not that. And I had, one of the things to look for was the Griswold trivets. And somebody in the comments, I'm not dogging on them at all, but it's just that perspective. The person said, well, what are the odds of us finding a Griswold trivet? And my response was, your chances of finding one are 0% if you don't know to look for them. So maybe it's like once in 100 years that you'll find one, but if it's sitting in front of you and you don't know what it is, then you're not going to find it. So I'm happy to bring more obscure things, and I'm putting it out in the universe for you to find one. You know what I mean? Set those expectations for yourself, right? If only it always worked that way, but why not? Look at this Scotty dog. Okay, this is another thing that I'm like, I have to get more comfortable shipping bigger items. This is just me. This distressed, he is under some stress. White Scotty dog. He's got rust all over him. I think they wanted $8 for it. It's metal, like this metal cutout rusted Scotty dog. And the reason I didn't get it, and somebody else did, is probably going to make a great profit on it, is because I'm like, I don't know that I want to. I need to get more comfortable shipping oversized items, and that's on me. Same thing when we look at the pictures in a sec. Some of the pictures that are framed can bring a really good profit. And so it's just something, we all have our thing that we're, nervous about shipping. If you're, listening, if you're able to type a comment, what is something that you don't pick up because you're like, I don't want to ship that? Some people it's breakables. Some people it's shoes. For me, it's oversized things. So they had a great framed picture selection today. And I was almost overwhelmed because look at all the choices. Look at all the choices. Like this reddy, yellowy one. No, I'm not going for that style. I look for stuff that like stands out. Look, there's my legs. I look for, but now that when I did a search, I'm like, maybe I need to look for some other stuff too. This was a pretty cool piece. How cool would it be if we lived a life? I can't remember what it said. And then this like Asian, it looks like it's on rice paper, but that had damage. I was looking at it, it had water damage. That was the reason I didn't go for that one. So I'm flipping through these and I'm finding some pretty, some of these are like, okay, it's kid stuff, right? Minecraft and Transformers, but look at that one back there. That's pretty fun. And then in a sec, there's like a Tintin canvas. It's just like a stretched canvas. But I know Tintin has a big following. Yeah, all that black on there, you think it's shadow, but it's like water damage on the paper. So, bummer. Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, some of these are kind of like, okay, they're all right. But after, I'm riding high on that cat frame picture. But we're going to take a look at some recent sales. I'm on the framed pictures we're going to look at. I sorted by recent sales rather than, look at the dogs playing pool. See, if I could ship big things, I bet that would sell. Easy, right? Look at that. Oh, there's the Tintin one. See, it had some damage on it, but I know Tintin has a like a cult following, Like that kind of art? No, with the big puppy and the, like, this looks like it's, doctor's office art, right? But like fun stuff. I know people like that. No, I'm not dogging you if that's your style, but just personally, what did they want for that? Okay, so I sorted by ended recently. And as you can see, huge variety of things are selling for a really good profit. One thing that I noticed on almost every scroll down on the page was Maxfield Parrish. Now he is a great, he's a really great artist. And honestly, if I saw his stuff, Grazi is another really good one. Those aren't selling for quite as much, but I don't know if I saw a Maxfield Parrish piece, like print, if I would think, oh, I need to buy that. I would want to buy it for me because I think he's awesome. But after seeing these sales, because I would probably think, oh, it's Maxfield Parrish, probably a dime a dozen, right? Because he's pretty popular and probably tons of prints out there. But from what I was seeing on like almost every scroll through, there was a Maxwell Parish being sold. So that's telling me that it's selling pretty steadily, you know. So I'm definitely, next time I see one, that frame is fun, right? It's really thick. Next time I see a Maxwell Parish, I'm probably going to take a second look at it, even if it's big, because the prices they were getting for them were really, really good. I feel like that would have been a good one to get with the angel and the moon and all that. This one I almost did get. Look at, it's like iridescent and it's like holographic or something. I just loved it. It looked like the water's moving. It's cheesy as all get out. The frame is plastic. I'm like, oh, it's going in the cart. Is it or not? I think I talked myself out of it. I'm like, it's so fun. That's what I'm talking about. Weird, funky, cool. My granny had a painting kind of like that it looked like the waterfall was going. I feel like this is an artist I should know. Well, look at me carrying it over here. Maybe I'm going to take a closer look at it. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe not. I'm digging. I'm saying hi. Okay, cleavage shot. Good goodness, girl. All right, that's a nice little picture. Like these ones, I'm not really interested in that at all. You make me happy. Great. Now Pancake's going to dig a hole on the table. Good luck with that. I mean, there's one over here that you see like Admit One, this ticket one. Like somebody might, if they have a movie room in their house, you know, the people that have those movie rooms in their house, maybe they would want that kind of for decor in their home cinema. This was a nice vase. I probably should have gotten it. It was heavy, probably lead crystal. But I didn't. I know I talked about this before. I get in a funk where I'm like, I just don't feel like picking up certain things. And it's okay, right? Sometimes you just don't feel like it. I have got my hands all in the camera. But now this cobalt Asian vase with this crane on it. Yes, please. I'm trying to see what the price was. Beautiful. It's got the gold. It's got the cobalt. It's got it all going on. So it's like the trifecta of awesomeness. Only, where am I going with that? Don't put it back. What are you doing? Put it back in the cart. I go back and pick it up. Don't worry. Fret not, my friends. It comes back to the cart. This is a pretty cool one. I like that. Only it was peeling, right? So I'm like, I don't know how they got that effect. And then it's also peeling. That was sucky. Do you do that? Do you like pick stuff up and then you second guess yourself and I go back and pick it up, put it back in the cart? This is another fun one. But yeah, when you see those like Ross, Marshalls, unless it's really cool, yeah, go for it. It doesn't even matter. If it's cool enough, it won't matter. Look at this. That's so cute. What else have we got back here? More signs. Egg hunt starts here. I don't have too much Easter decor. Do y'all decorate for Easter? We decorate for kind of spring, not necessarily just Easter. I don't do a ton of decorating though. I mean, Halloween and Christmas, we go all out. But I don't do so much for Easter. Here's the Pottery Barn frame. And I do look it up, but I'm like, I don't want to spend that much on, because frames can be hit or miss. I sold a nice frame recently for a good profit, but unless I'm getting them for pretty cheap, it has to be something pretty spectacular. I'm going to see if I can get the word pretty in there one more time. Good job. That blue one with the star was pretty cute too. There's a cute jack-o'-lantern, but my eye was caught by the evil eye. That was a nice little sun catcher. Probably could have picked that up. It was a bug. Sent it to my sister. She would have liked it. All right, in this section, kind of the wooden stuff, I'm always looking for jewelry boxes and trinket boxes. Again, here comes the broken record. And any like figural cool stuff. What do you look for in this section? I feel like I'm always looking for the same things that I'm probably missing something else. What do I see back here? Oh, these are bookends with bronzed shoes. It's got some damage. Look at that. Darn. Those are somebody's baby shoes. I didn't keep my kids' baby shoes, but I kept their baby cowboy boots because they're adorable. I haven't had them bronzed, though. That might be a bit much. they're leather. They'll be fine. Maybe my grandbabies can wear them someday. Little baby cowboy boots. All right, what else over here? What else? I spy with my little eye something that, no, never mind. Renew, refresh. These look like they should be in a yoga studio. There's some tiki torches. What are they doing there? I was looking at this for minifigs. It's, it wasn't for that. It had these little dips, so I knew it wouldn't work. But I was like, that'd be a fun little minifig stand. My kids have a zillion minifigs. Now, this box I love. Oh, but the piece to hold the frame in the back was broken. So it was a no-go. I don't do a whole lot of repairs. It has to be something pretty cool for me to do a repair on it. I do like this kind of stuff. If this was not damaged, I would have gotten it in a heartbeat because I love like wood carving stuff. I mean, personally, even just in my house, but it had some weird damage to it. And the wood carving stuff that I keep in my house is a much darker wood because everything is so light. I don't know if I have a lot of pictures of my house up, but like my walls are yellow and green and all bright colors, and I like the contrast of like the dark wood carvings on the light color. That's just me. So this was pretty cool. This tray. See how it has the handles on it? It's got like this Christmassy tray. And then those hexagons. Okay. Wine 30. All right, baskets. I like picking up baskets. I try to find cool ones. And I liked this one. It had this leather edging to it. And I believe the handle was leather as well. But again, still trying to learn more about what kind of baskets to pick up. So I started looking and doing a little more research so that I would know what to not. I mean, ones that look really old for sure. And then ones that look like they're really tightly woven and have some kind of like pattern to them. And then this is one I kind of wish I bought. I did get the frog one, like the figural. I feel like this football one might have been a fun pickup. But I decided, oh, no. I didn't do it. And so another one to familiarize yourself with are the Sweetgrass Baskets. And I'm going to drop in some eBay solds here for what to look for. And basically the Sweetgrass Baskets, it's like a whole bunch of thin threads of like the sweetgrass, and then they're bound together to make kind of like a rope. And then those are woven in like, and then they make the basket out of them. So it looks kind of like this. And from what I could tell, the ones with the handles seemed to sell better, but I didn't dig super duper deep. So if you see these Gala Sweetgrass baskets, then, definitely take a second to look them over and to do a quick search. And it might be something worth picking up. I really liked these Egyptian pictures with the blue. Oh, what did they want on those? I can't see the price. But I didn't get them because the price was a little more. But I liked that they were, when I see like Egyptian art like that, I don't normally see them in blues. Normally it's, golds and more Egyptian-y, golds and blacks and that style, So I feel like those probably, if they had been a good price, probably would have been a really good pickup because it's not the typical. Somebody who collects or somebody who decorates for that might be looking for like, oh, I don't want to look like I got it down at Hobby Lobby or whatever, wherever you get your pictures and stuff. All right, my mug life peep, we're diving into mugs today. I've been compiling mug footage to do a mug video, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I like selling mugs. I've been trying to be way more choosy about what I'm bringing home. Some of these Starbucks mugs that are going in the cart, they don't come home with me. But I want to look them up, and I've gotten to the point where I just start filling my cart, and then I look them up later because I don't want to sit there and just, I don't know. I want to go, look, and then come back. I like these. They were like what is it? The Meatloaf Mug. I thought they were pretty funny. Christmas Village. Yeah, these Meatloaf Mug ones. I thought it was funny because it's a meatloaf mug. I like, does it really have a meatloaf on it? Yep, it really does. Meatloaf. Okay, interesting. So I was like, well, that might be fun. So I put those. I didn't end up getting it, but I was like, well, that's quirky fun. Who doesn't want a meatloaf mug? I know I do. Like, do I get this? Maybe. I don't know. What's this all about? It's weird. So I decided I'm gonna look it up. Then, like these teacher mugs, y'all, teachers, they don't want your mugs. Not to be mean, but no. This is a Margaritaville Mrs. I don't know if the Mr. mug was there, but I put it in the cart because, like, well, there are Margaritaville people. I'm going to look it up. Guess what? No, it's not worth getting. Not at all. Do I find the Mr. one? Is that what I'm doing back here? Yeah, I know. Teachers are happy with whatever you give them. Wink, wink. They work hard, these teachers. What does that say? High score award. That's fun. It looked like it was pretty faded, though. I just feel like lately the mugs I haven't been seeing as many good option mugs as I had in the past. I don't know what it is, if people are just, maybe because nobody's going to work. I say nobody's going to work. Things are getting a bit better, but maybe gift giving hasn't been as, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Whatever the reason, I'm not finding as many. The Guggenheim, I looked this one up, the Guggenheim, but it wasn't worth getting. There's an award mug. Some of these may have been okay. I'm sure you'll holler at me in the in the comments to let me know, that was a good one. You should have got it. Grandpa. Okay, what's this? What are we working with? That's cutesy. It's got a little bee that stung the bear on the nose. That's funny. Not for the bear, but, Anyway, so I thought thrift this, not that, I would talk about, the Margaritaville mug, because I looked it up, and the one I had, I think, was selling for I saw it sold for like $8 or something. Not enough for me to pick it up. Like, if I got it at a garage sale for free or 10 cents, okay, fine. I'll throw the listing up there. Why not? That set's pretty cool. I liked that. But I was like, I thought, okay, well, let's talk about other restaurant mugs. And Fire King, it's pretty easy to identify when you see it, because usually it's got this opaque white, kind of vintage diner cup look to it, right? And if you find a Fire King, now they're not all hits, but it's worth taking a peek at for some of these, like, KFC and the big boy ones. Oh my gosh. The big boy ones, the fast food restaurants, Pizza Hut, Burger King. So if you find one, just take a second, look it up. What is that, a donut shop or something? The Pickle Barrel? Come on. Who doesn't want a Pickle Barrel mug? I know I do. So yeah, it's definitely worth double checking anytime you see Fire King. And of course, there's the jadeite ones, which are green, that sell for a lot of money. If you see those, then for sure pick them up. I don't see those here today. But I see lots of my fingers happening in the video. But that's cool. Whatever. Can you whatever yourself? Because I whatever myself all the time. Like, oh my gosh, girl. Whatever. Oh, no. But it's true. It is true. All right. I'm not finding too much more in the mug section. But of course, I have to handle them all. Make sure. What do we see back here? Anything? Over here? This is, it's Ikea. I like the image on it though, but Ikea, they churn everything out. It's, there's a bunch of everything. This is the Loch Ness Monster. Loch Ness Monster lives. That's pretty awesome. Okay. That one's pretty awesome. There are people who like, mysteries and supernatural. Well, I guess it's not supernatural, but you know what I mean. This is another fun one. What does it say? Spy Teeny, the Great Spy Teeny. Is that what it says? The Great Spy Teeny. So I looked that one up, but maybe I don't. I don't get it. Maybe I'll look it up and decide against it. This is one that I do. I was like, what is this? Shanghai, Hong Kong. This is another one that I can't remember what it was though, because I know I looked this one up because I was like, what is the correlation with all of these? Gosh, I can't remember what it was, but I didn't know. I don't end up getting it. Whatever it was. That one was kind of cool, but the gold was starting to like peel on it or get scratched off, you know? So no, it's a no-go. Anybody else hiding back here? That one's pretty chunky. Pretty chunky on that one. Let's see what else we see. My brother, my friend. Ah, if only. I'm kidding. This looks like one of the Doctor Who, the TARDIS one. I don't think this is a color changing one. But they're, you know, Whovians love Doctor Who stuff. So guess who? One of my favorite mugs that I have downstairs has all the doctors on it except for Jodie, because it came out before she was one of the doctors. This mug is like a shaving style mug. And I know that Anthropology puts out some too, so those are worth looking into. Look at this ghost. He's so cute. He's too cute. That was not a mug. It's a votive holder. Let's see what else. Holler out at me if you see anything that I'm missing. That little glass was plastic, not glass. What about these? I feel like maybe it's something I should have looked into more. I feel like maybe it's something, but I don't look into it, to be honest. And up at the top in a sec, there's some water bottles, which again, I need to look up. There's a brand called Clean Canteen, which are these stainless water bottles. Those are plastic, the Wicked Cups. But like that green one on the end is a Clean Canteen. There's a couple of them there. And I feel like I should have looked them up if people buy them pre-owned, like used, because I know how expensive they are. When my kids were in public school, we used those. And they're really good. And now I'm like, oh, I should look that up because they are pricey. They are pricey. Here's some other dishes that I wish I'd gotten for me that I'm going to show you here in a sec. With these swimming, it looks like little swimming, no, they're dragonflies. They're like dragonflies swirling around. Isn't that cool? There's like a big bowl and then some little soup bowls. Isn't that sweet? Why didn't I get that? Y'all holler at me. This is like a big mistake. Even just for me. I think that's the problem, maybe. Because, okay, let's look at the cart. I was looking at it for myself. And I didn't think, I was like, what am I going to do with these? Because I wanted them, but I was like, I have no room for them. I should have gotten them to sell. That's why. $1.99 each. That's not bad. I mean, I think they're cool enough that they could have, I think I could have made some money on them. But here I'm like, but I like them. The last thing I need is more dishes in this house. I need to get rid of some. Pier 1. Those are nice bowls. But $5.99 for the set. Okay, that's not terrible. It's like $1 a bowl. It's not awful. I like the color. They probably would have done well. Probably would have done well. Now let's see what we see. These little, what do you make of these? Are they like custard cups? They're too small for that. What do you think those are for? They have a pretty nice selection here for the dishes and all that. There's probably people who know this section. They could probably make some money here, and they're probably hollering at me or rolling their eyes or something. Of course, I'm drawn to the hot dog or hamburger. It's weird and fun. But I didn't see a price on it. And again, I'm like, I don't want to wait for a price. Then, where are we going to look now? This kind of had a William Morris feel to it. That's why I stopped to look at it. He's a Pre-Raphaelite era artist, but he also did, I mean, he did other like Pre-Raphaelite style stuff, but he also did patterns, you know, really cool patterns of things. This was interesting. Is it a schooner? It's some sort of boat. some sort of boat. And I'm always looking at these, but that one is in a rough shape. Oh, goodness. It was in rough shape. Yeah, looking around at pots and whatnot. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this thrift, this not that video. Leave me all those comments. And if you haven't already, go down there and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when I put out new videos, and you can come check them out. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because I share lots of stuff, not just about thrifting, but I share like fun memes and like ways to make you smile and make me smile and motivation and all the stuff that community wants to do together.